Alright buddy, in today's video we're going to talk about why you should never ever use Long Barrel 2 on the GKS. And I know a lot of you guys spammed the comments section on the previous video where I ranked all the different SMGs after the hit scan change, claiming that Long Barrel 2 actually made the GKS into a melt machine. And I think the main reason for that is because there was a bunch of YouTubers that went ahead and posted a bunch of videos about how Long Barrel 2 is a game changer because it makes the range unlimited and all this type of nonsense, but they never actually did any testing to see exactly what the attachment does. So throughout the video I'm going to show you some testing, I'm going to give you a best class setup, and I'll also tell you how you should be using this weapon so you can make sure you go on longer streaks and prevent as many deaths as possible. That being said, if you do enjoy the video in any way or find it helpful, please remember to hit that like button, and if you're brand new to the channel and you'd like to improve at Call of Duty and find your way back to the channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, turning it to gray with notifications on by ringing that bell. So my initial impressions of the GKS after they switched it to hit scan is I didn't really notice a big difference because this weapon has always had a slow time to kill. And the biggest issue with it is its 5-shot kill range being only about 7.5 meters, and pretty much the rest of its damage profile is just getting slower and slower in time to kill, especially if you don't run Long Barrel 1. And a lot of people started making videos about how the GKS was now God tier, top tier SMG, and a bunch of people are spamming in the comment section, yeah, you got to use Long Barrel 2 or else you're not going to unlock its full potential. And before I got a chance to do any kind of testing, another YouTuber by the name of Exclusive Ace, which I highly recommend you guys go and subscribe to his channel, will be linked in the description because he's an amazing YouTuber in my opinion. Without him, I probably would have never started my channel. But besides that part of it, he went ahead and did the testing and converted that data into an image that is very easy to read so you can see what the base GKS is doing along with Long Barrel 1, along with Long Barrel 2. So here's kind of what that looked like. You can see where the 5-shot kill range is that blue area, the red is 6, and then the lighter blue is going to be the 7, and then that pinkish purpley one is going to be the 8-shot kill. That top is the base GKS. Then with Long Barrel 1 and then Long Barrel 2. Long Barrel 1 will increase that 6-shot range by 50%, increasing it from 37.5 up to about 56, 57 meters. So even though I think this overhead view is amazing, sometimes it's really hard to connect the dots of what that actually looks like in game. So I went ahead and redid the testing so you can see what it looks like in person on payload using this map as a diagram, and everything that is on the diagram is identical to what you're going to see in game. So this is the base GKS 8-shot range. So right here you're going to see me end up finishing them off. It does take a total of 8 bullets to kill them at that range. And we'll go ahead and inch it a little bit forward so we can see the 7-shot range. This time around I only hit them 6 times, but you can see right here that they end up being 1 shot. Then we'll go ahead and inch it a little bit forward, and this is the 6-shot range, and right there you can see they died with 6 shots. And we'll move to the edge of that 5-shot range, and you'll see it's right there where they're still left with 1 shot, and then end up finally finishing them off with 5 shots. And that is the 5-shot kill range for the base GKS. And right here you can see how effective Long Barrel 1 is. You can see how far that character is. You can barely see them on the screen. And we'll go ahead and test that 5-shot kill range where I end up leaving them 1 shot after hitting them 5 times. So obviously it didn't get a range buff there. And right here you can see where Long Barrel 2 is effective, really at a far range. So I don't know how many of you guys get into gunfights this far, but I don't. And then I'll go ahead and test that 5-shot range again. Right here you're going to see they're left 1 shot after being hit 5 times. They'll come to full health, take a couple steps forward, so they are in that actual 5-shot range, which is completely unchanged between the base version of the GKS, Long Barrel 1, and Long Barrel 2. Also, when we take a look at the Long Barrel 2 attachment, you can see right here the description says maximize damage fall off ranges. But obviously, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know most of the description aren't always 100% accurate, and all the weapon stats in game typically aren't very accurate. That's why people have to do hand testing or look at the hard-coded stats. And before that 1.19 update, that description was more specific to the bullets coming out a little bit faster and hitting your targets a little bit quicker. So one way to look at it is they took that Long Barrel 2 description prior to that 1.19 update, and they basically made it a part of every SMG and to the extreme. So the bullets come out and they hit the target instantaneously, and that's how hit scan works. So Long Barrel 2 is only going to help in this yellow region. It's going to push that 6-shot range basically to infinity, and you're not going to be able to really find a gunfight where it's not 6 shots to kill. But to be honest, how often will you get in a gunfight that is over 55 meters? Just won't happen with an SMG, and it doesn't really happen with other weapons either. Even for a long shot with the sniper rifles, right around 50 meters. So this is even farther than the sniper long shot. So in terms of attachment, pretty much all the other attachments are fairly good on the GKS. Grip 1, Grip 2 are pretty nice hand in hand. You want a little bit quicker aim down sight. you can go with quick draw. Long barrel 1 is really nice, but not 100% necessary. We have extended mags, which will increase your ammo capacity by 16, and a suppressor, which is pretty nice, that stacks very well with long barrel 1. But unless you're trying to go for some challenge where you're trying to kill enemy players at 55 meters and above, there is absolutely no reason to ever run long barrel 2. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an alternate class setup than the one I gave in the ranking SMGs video. And this best class setup is gonna be grip 1, grip 2, long barrel, and extended mags with the ComSec device, which can obviously be switched out for stim shot or acoustic sensor. Then I'm running flak jacket, which I talked about in my previous video ranking all the perks, and dead silence. All right, so as far as the breakdown goes, what I'm gonna do is kind of walk you through my gameplay. This is something I normally do on my channel. Kind of take you through my thought process. I think a lot of people can learn from this type of thing. And then also I become a better player because I break down my own gameplay. A lot of times this is a good thing for you guys to do on your own. Even if you just go into theater mode, load it up, and see what you could have done differently in different scenarios based off the mini map, your positioning, the weapons you got engaged with, and try to learn from those different experiences. That's what I tend to do, and I've improved a lot as a player, especially if you go back to my gameplay from the beginning of the year. So now I see significant improvement. The same way with a lot of my subscribers. Their KD continues to improve. They're going on longer streaks. They're getting their first nuclear. Like right there was my first death. There was no map awareness that the guy was going to be coming around the corner. The guy hits me with a launcher in the dark, and then I kind of backpedal to where one of my teammates could be, and it's just a little bit bad in timing. I get killed by the Vendetta. But for the rest of the match, I'm not going to die. You're going to see me continue on my streaks, play smart to my position, play a little aggressive when I need to, play a little more conservative when I don't need to. See, as I jump around, I go ahead and take on that guy. There's another guy down below, so I'm trying to go ahead and work my way around. I saw another one, but I'm not in a good position. The guy's going to see my feet, and I was going to jump out the window, but then I see the guy pop up on the mini map. I go ahead and kind of free aim him, take him out. I go ahead and turn around. I can see there's a guy behind me. I react to him. Luckily, he didn't fire his weapon until very late, and I was able to win that gunfight. The thing with the GKS, if you don't land the first shot, more often than not, you're going to die. And more often than not, even if you land the first 2 bullets, you can still die by most of the weapons within the game. So even if you engage an enemy within that 5-shot kill range, it's going to take you 372 milliseconds to kill them. And if it drops off to that 6-shot range, which is pretty far with long barrel, it'll still be 465 milliseconds, which is almost half a second. And just to put that in perspective, if someone's using the wildfire, you're going to die in 200 milliseconds, so they can kill you 2.5 times before you could even kill them once. And the same thing goes for the Rampart, the Switchblade, the Swordfish, the Auger DM-R, the brand new Stingray, and a lot of other weapons within the game. And that doesn't even account for body armor, which will raise an additional shot to kill, raising your time to kill up to about 558 milliseconds at those 6-shot ranges, which get turned into 7s. So no, the GKS is not overpowered. It will never be overpowered. It's not top tier, and it will never be top tier as long as you're not able to equip FMJ and its 5-shot range isn't boosted by long barrel 1 or long barrel 2, or it doesn't receive a buff in that category in some way. And that's not to say you can't do well with the GKS, because you definitely can, but it really becomes dependent on how well you can use your movement to make your enemies miss while you're landing that first shot and not missing any shots. So in public matches, it's 100% viable, but if there was $1,000 on the line, this is not my first choice, my second choice, not even in my top 10 choices of weapons I would use in this game. So right there you can see a perfect example where I was able to jump, make the guy miss, and I was able to land those shots. I'm kind of coming through the spawn. Obviously there's an enemy up over here on the right side, kind of distracted by my strike teams. I'm going to line up those shots and get the kill. He's not even shooting at me. Then that's going to go ahead and get me to my UAV, which will tell me exactly where the enemy is. I come through, strike team ends up taking him out, or one of my teammates, and then I'm pushing through to make sure that we're anchoring these spawns. That's what you typically want to do, is so that the spawns don't flip on you. The second I walk into garage, they're going to start flipping. So I end up working my way around this right side again, peeking where the Lambo is. I come up over the top, I see a guy over there, and then I can laser him from that range. And right there is the strength of the GKS. That's one of its few strengths, is that it has almost no recoil, so you're able to hit those shots. Once you equip grip 1, grip 2, you're also going to eliminate that flinch while minimizing some of that recoil. But for good players that can control the recoil on most of the weapons, they're still going to be able to hit that shot with some of the other SMGs. This part's kind of interesting because I thought the spawns had actually flipped. That's why I'm kind of sticking around this area, because all my teammates are on the other side. So what I'm really trying to do is get some easy kills by shooting some unsuspecting enemies. So right here, I know there's a guy in the middle. I got to completely avoid that because there's a guy back here shooting stuff down. I try to hit him off of here, but he's kind of on that head glitch where my bullets aren't able to penetrate. And right there's a perfect example of where FMJ might have been helpful, because then I would have been able to shoot through this car. Still having issues dealing with him, but I'm able to take him out. Running flak jacket, so that does almost no damage because he wasn't able to direct impact. and I still have over 150 health. And right now you can see I'm refocusing back on that garage area because more than likely that enemy was going to go ahead and try and chase me down and get an easy kill. But it looks like maybe my sniper nest took him out, maybe one of my teammates, something else. I go ahead and check that really quick, and now it's looking like the spawn should be on this area. And I'm not sure how that guy's name disappeared. Maybe he just ran out of the way, but the map is way too dark. I lost sight of the guy, so I just said I'm better off removing myself from that situation and deciding to take a different angle. Now I can see the guys up top here. I'm moving towards my teammates. There's probably an enemy coming around this right side. I see the mini map. There should be a guy creeping up around this side. And at the same time, you can see somebody was coming up the stairs or in that area. So as I come through taking this guy out, I'm assuming somebody is going to be coming through, and I'm deciding at which angle I want to approach this. So I decided to jump up, see if I can get the good timing. But because it's the GKS, I end up leaving him one shot so one of my teammates can hopefully finish him off. And then I end up coming back through, and I can see a guy's coming around. Body armor, my teammate able to team shoot with me. So I end up finishing the match 40-1, so definitely not a high kill game, but you can kind of see how you can utilize the weapon to still get kills, stay on streaks, even despite all the disadvantages. If you did enjoy the video anyway, please remember to hit that like button. If you're brand new to the channel, you'd like to subscribe so you can find your way back. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button, turning it to gray with notifications on by ringing that bell. Appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for watching. As always, have a great day.